Shalinji, very nice seeing you.
Namaste, Guruji.
Yeah, God bless you. God bless you. Yeah, now I just wanted to speak to you all on this issue, because recently one of the sadhak had messaged me. He was sounding a little desperate, and then I thought that I should reach out to the people and convey this thing. Now, when people say that they are not able to experience the Kriya, now we have to go into the details of it, how the Shaktipat Diksha has been received by the sadhak. For example, we all are aware, we all know that Shaktipat works. When you give Shaktipat Diksha to someone, we know that Shakti travels and awakens the Kundalini energy in the people. Although the person may be sitting thousands of kilometers away, irrespective of the distance, we know that Shakti awakens the Kundalini energy in the person. Means Shakti travels from the Guru to the disciple. Now, we all also are aware that this is something which is defying this modern science. Modern science has no explanation for this. So, defying the modern science, we know that this phenomena occurs. It is a real thing. It is an actual thing. That's the reason why we have so many disciples from all over the world. Because people have been experiencing the Kriyas. And how is it possible now? That means, whether modern science agrees with this at this point of time, in this 21st century or not, that doesn't matter. This is a very much happening phenomenon, which was in vogue since ancient times. That's why it is thriving. The various lineages of gurus are thriving because of this factor only. That means this also should make one introspect and realize that it is a kind of a phenomena, a supernatural phenomena, wherein Shakti got to be conscious about the thing. Shakti is a conscious entity. In any case, of all the scriptures, ancient scriptures have been harping on it. But notwithstanding what the scriptures are saying, the very fact that sadhaks are experiencing the Kriyas, that itself is a good proof that some kind of a supernatural phenomenon is occurring. That means Shakti is a conscious entity. When it is a conscious entity, obviously it is all-knowing. It stands to logic, even from the earthly point of view, earthly logic point of view. It is a common sense that if something can happen, a phenomenon like Shaktipat can happen to someone who is sitting thousands of kilometers away from the Guru, who has never met the Guru, but in spite of that, just by the grace of the Guru, something is being awakened in the body. Kriyas are manifesting. It is an actual live thing which a person is experiencing it. Sometimes the Kriyas are so aggressive that the person is not able to even bear the Kriyas. Now, what else proof is required for anyone not to believe that Shakti works, not to believe that Shakti is just a, it has no wisdom or it is not conscious, unless maybe probably what I understand why the confusion is prevailing among the people, because of these modern day healing techniques which are being used. People use the pranic healing technique, And people are assuming that Kundalini awakening is also somewhat akin to that. Probably this is the reason why people are getting confused. However, Kundalini energy is supreme energy. Energy in its fundamental form, base form. Beyond the energy is only the spirit which is there. Although spirit and the energy are not different, they are both same. So if this is the case, when someone knows that Shakti is a conscious entity, how can, when we tell them to exercise surrender to Shakti, when the disciple is sitting for receiving Shaktipat, it makes sense that he needs to exercise self-surrender to this Shakti truthfully from the bottom of his heart. Because he can't fake it. The Shakti is watching it. It instantly knows what the disciple is up to. How much the degree of self-surrender is being exercised by the disciple. It is instantly known to the Shakti there. The disciple may be trying to receive Shaktipat Diksha with a different agenda, with a personal intention of, let's say, some they think that they are suffering from a disease and they will get cured if they take Shaktipat. Some people they think that since Shakti is a beneficial thing, so that their business may improve. Some they feel that their profession will improve. Well, all these materialistic things are okay, fine. When after the Shakti is, starts burning down the karmas, the external life of the person will get impacted. There is no doubt on that. The Shakti is going to compress that karmic effect and it is going to burn down for the people. But when Shaktipat initiation is received, that should not be the primary intention. That's where people make a big blunder. It may happen as a byproduct. If someone has taken Shaktipat Diksha, the karma is getting eliminated subsequently. Obviously, whatever the problems the person is facing in the day-to-day life, they also may get sorted out. But that is a byproduct of the sadhana. That should not be the primary aim of the sadhana. If people focus on that, obviously Shakti knows it. Instantly Shakti is aware about it, why that person is seeking Shaktipat Diksha. Why will it manifest for him now, the Kriyas? Why will it start burning down his karma now? Because that person's intention itself is wrong. Instead, what will Shakti now do is, it is going to sort out the egoism of the person. It will not manifest any Kriyas for him, it is not going to burn down any karma for him, but it is going to sort out the egoism of the person. That's for sure. Because that very intention itself is wrong. It's a wrong premise. Next. Now some people, after taking Shaktipat Diksha, after let's say 1 month, 6 months, they forget about their Guru. They are no longer bothered. They think that Kriyas are not manifesting for him, so therefore there is no point in hanging on to the Guru. Now this fact that the person is going to quit the Guru, quit the yoga path, 6 months or 1 year down the line, is also known to the Shakti at the time of Shaktipat initiation. The person may be lying to the Guru, but he can't lie to the God. He can't lie to the all-knowing cosmic power. Cosmic power very much knows that this gentleman whosoever is receiving Shaktipat Diksha by faking his self-surrender to his Guru, This guy is going to, as such, quit the Guru and leave the Parampara after 1 year from now. If Kriyas don't manifest. Shakti is aware. Which means the degree of self-surrender is very shallow. It is not, there is no depth in that. So why will Shakti manifest the Kriyas for the person? Why will God bless him now? Fully knowing that the gentleman is not able to exercise that kind of self-surrender which is required. Some they don't even trust the Shakti path system. They think that Shakti is like a gross energy, like an electricity or magnetism. They don't have the trust in that. They don't have the trust that it is going to burn down their karma. They only think that it will be only beneficial to them for their business point of view or to sort out their health issues. And obviously, as far as the self-surrender to the Guru is concerned, that's the last thing probably they have that in their mind. They think that Guru is just any other ordinary human being like any one of us. Therefore, how can I exercise surrender to a Guru who is also in a human form? Here the self-surrender is not being exercised to the Guru in human form. It is being exercised to the Guru Tattva there. Just like when someone meets a serious accident, when the child is in the operation theatre, when the surgeon is trying to operate upon him, doesn't he exercise surrender to the doctor? He is not exercising surrender to the doctor in human form there. He is exercising surrender to the God who appeared in the form of the surgeon there at that point of time to save his life. But why can't they do the same thing with an ordinary Guru Tattva? A human being who is now giving Shaktipat Diksha to him. Why is he not able to exercise that surrender? Whatever may be the Guru, but he is getting Shaktipat initiation, right? So if Shaktipat is being given to that person, that too free of cost, no one is charging anything, because divine blessing is always free, just like sunlight and wind or air. But what is the problem in exercising self-surrender for the disciple? This is the reason why Kriyas don't manifest. This needs to be conveyed to the disciples. And second thing, of course, from the Guru point of view also, you also must understand, Shakti, when it sorts out the egoism of a person, the rule is applied both to the Guru as well as the disciple. A Guru should, what should a Guru should do? A Guru has been given a task by his own Guru. As simple as that. Just like a Guru has asked one of his disciples to get him a glass of water or a cup of tea. It is just a work given by the Guru to one of his disciples to initiate people in yoga system by giving Shaktipat. So as a Guru, your thinking should be that my Guru has given me a work and therefore I have become a medium for giving initiation to other people. Nothing more than that. The idea should never arise in your mind that you have got some big appointment or you have been specially blessed by the divine. Nothing like that. That idea shouldn't arise in your mind. If that happens, then also Shakti will try and sort out the egoism of the Guru also. For example, your Guru has given you direction. Don't give Shaktipat to someone who is suffering from serious disease. And now you don't follow the instructions received from your Guru. And you try to give Shaktipat to that person. Now that person there will be adverse effects may manifest in that person, in the disciple, and he will not be able to control it. Or Kriyas may not even manifest for that person, because you are not following your Guru's directions. So therefore, whether it is the Guru or whether it is the disciple, during Shaktipat initiation, sincerity, trust, self-surrender, following the directions of the lineage of Gurus, these are crucial things to focus on, both for the Guru and also for the disciple who is receiving Shaktipat. And for disciples who are receiving the Shaktipat, the fact that after, let's say, there was a case recently, one person received Shaktipat, and the second day he vanished. First day he received Shaktipat, and as we know, as you all are aware, the person is supposed to be in contact with the Guru for at least 3 days for the entire program to be over. But the second and third day is only meant for observation, all right. But this is a chance, it is meant for a Guru, it is not meant for the disciple. Let's say I give Shaktipat to someone. Now I don't know what will happen to that sadhak on the second or third day. What if the Kriyas become very violent? So I am a little under tension, right? After giving Shaktipat Diksha to someone. Second day I would like to know how the person is feeling, doing, how the Kriyas are manifesting in me. I am under tension. Same on the third day also. And what will happen if the person who received Shaktipat vanishes? He is not in contact with me. That means he has caused the tension for me, right? He has accumulated a negative karma now. This is what we call it. Now he will face the consequences later. Probably in the same life, or maybe in the future lifetime. When some people keep saying, we have been searching for a right Guru, we are not able to find. Because of this negative karma they accumulated, they don't find. They must have accumulated this kind of negative karmas. They must have not have treated the Guru properly, or they must have misunderstood the concept of Guru Tattva, or they must have, in all their egoistic attitude, they behaved in an improper way with their Guru. Obviously, they will not get the divine blessing when they desperately seek it later on. They are going to pay a price for that. Okay, now let's come to the example of this guy. The first day he was present. Second and third day he was not present. He vanished. He is no longer in contact with the Guru. Now what does this prove? And if he says that I have taken Shaktipat Diksha but no Kriyas have started manifesting for me, that means the first day when he exercised self-surrender to the Guru, it was a fake surrender. He got caught now. The very fact that the second day he vanished, it has proved that he was a liar. And Shakti also knows it instantly. In the first day itself, Shakti would have known it. That's why Shakti didn't manifest any Kriyas for him. Some people they say, no, if Kriyas manifest, then we can trust the system and we will follow the yoga system. But if Kriyas don't manifest, how can we pursue? Now that amounts to saying, telling God, you first show your power, then I will follow you. I will surrender to you. Why would God do that? Does it make any sense even from earthly logic? Why would God have nothing? Why should God bother about proving his powers to anyone? That's the crucial thing to understand. God says first you surrender, then whatever has to happen, it will happen thereafter. Because if anything has to happen, it happens out of surrender. In a state of egoless state, it will happen. Because egoism costs. God doesn't cost. God is, blessing of the God is free. Just like water, just like sunlight, just like the planet Earth on which you walk. The planet Earth is not going to charge you any money for that, for walking on the surface. It is free because you are being born on the planet Earth as an earthling. This planet Earth is yours. The sunlight is yours. The moonlight is yours. The air around the planet is yours. It's free. Because God has manifested you on this planet and not on some alien planet. So, if you have taken birth as a human being, you have a right to all the 5 elements of the nature. You have access to them. Similarly, you also have access to the divine blessings, free of cost. Therefore, God doesn't cost. The egoism costs you. To satisfy your egoism, you know how much money you will have to spend. Or whether it is materialistically or whether it is emotionally. You have to pay a price for satisfaction of the egoism. If that be the case, now what is the problem with these human beings? It is basically foolishness. Simply it's a foolishness. They seek Diksha. Okay, voluntarily they have come to you. They have taken Diksha. You don't even know them before that. For the first time, someone had come to you to seeking Diksha. And as far as you are concerned, he is a fellow earthling living on the planet Earth. He is a fellow human being who sought access to the divine blessings. Just like he is seeking the sunlight free of cost, just like he is seeking access to the air to breathe, just like he is seeking access to the planet Earth to walk. Therefore, he is seeking access to the divine blessings. And the access to the divine blessings can only happen through someone known who is called as Guru there in the society. Just like he is seeking, if he is suffering from a disease, he is seeking access to the treatment, medical treatment, through a person known as doctor. Because God has created a doctor also in the society. Similarly, God has created a gentleman known as Guru, or a gentleman or lady for that matter, a Guru, through which you can access the divine blessings. Let me explain it in another way. I want access to the sunlight, sun rays, to fall on my skin so that I don't suffer from vitamin D deficiency. If I keep sitting in my air-conditioned room all the day like I am doing right now, how will I receive the sunlight on my skin? I may bang my head on my table, I may cry. How will the sunlight fall on my body unless I leave this room and go out into the sun? Same is the case when a person is seeking the divine blessing. There is a procedure for that. He has to exercise self-surrender to the Guru and then receive the divine blessings. He may lie to the Guru, but Shakti is watching. Shakti is all conscious. Shakti knows this guy is a liar. Why will the Kriyas manifest for him? That is the point which needs to be conveyed to the sadhaks, forcefully and powerfully. Otherwise, it's simply like akin to waking. It's a wastage of time for the Guru as well as for the disciple. Similarly, from the Guru's point of view, you have been given Shaktipat Dikshankara in a lineage. Therefore, it also makes sense that you follow the directions you have received from the lineage. As simple as that. Whether you are in agreement with it or not doesn't matter. You have been received certain directions, you follow the directions. Because Shakti is all conscious. Remember that. Shakti is all conscious and it's all knowing. So it will try to sort out the egoism of the disciple also as well as the guru also. So this is thing to understand. When someone says that Kriyas are not manifesting to him and then he has quit the path after 6 months, basically some burden has been removed from you actually. That discipline is of no use for you as a Shaktipat guru. He has been filtered out of the system. Be happy. Because he was a liar. He was never serious right from the beginning. When he sought Shaktipat Diksha from you. It was a fake surrender. And from the point of earthly logic also, it doesn't make any sense. It is better to be an atheist rather than trying to make surrender to the divine when you are not doing it sincerely. Same is the situation when someone thinks that, for example, see, this kind of logic and principles and all that, they may apply in materialistic world. In materialistic world, what happens? You put in some effort in some venture, you start seeing some results, so you get encouraged and you start putting more effort. But in spiritual sciences, especially in spiritual journey, it is the other way around. You simply seek the divine blessing. That's it. Don't even bother Kriyas are manifesting or not manifesting. You just exercise surrender. That's it. That's the only thing a human being can ever do. Nothing else is under his control now. And as a Shaktipat guru, when you have performed the Shaktipat on a person, take it for granted that Shaktipat has taken place. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been given the Dikshadikara or the authorization to perform Shaktipat by your guru. The fact that your guru has given you the authorization, you take it that Shaktipat will occur without any iota of doubt. Don't expect that Kriyas should manifest in your disciple. Don't get discouraged. Don't be discouraged if the Kriyas do not manifest in the disciples. Because you have, as far as you are concerned, you have done your duty. Your guru has given you some work to give initiation to people, and you have performed Shaktipat because someone has sought it, free of cost. Rest, you don't have to bother whether the Kriyas are manifesting in that person, whether he is getting encouraged or getting discouraged. Don't let your emotions play. Now, be calm. Just give the Shaktipat initiation and then carry on. Long ago, my Guruji, His Holiness Swami Sahajanand Tirji, he told me a story about a farmer. And I think I have repeated many times to you all. A guru is like a farmer. The moment guru has given him some task, okay, you plant the seeds. I am very old now, I can't plant the seeds. You start take some load off me and you start planting the seeds. Now what will the disciple do? His business is, firstly, select the good quality seeds, ensure that there are no defective seeds visibly, separate them out, and filter out the good quality seeds. And thereafter, start throwing them into the soil, sowing them into the soil. Some of the seeds, if they are defective inside, which were not visible from outside, obviously they do not germinate. They will die down. But you won't come to know that unless you planted the seed. You have to follow the directions given by your Guru and throw the seed into the soil. Then only you will come to know whether the seed will germinate or not. Okay, now let us assume that the seed has germinated. At the initial stage itself, some may get eaten by insects and they die down. Soon after, they are germinated. Some may grow up to become little, taller plants, and they are eaten by cattle, goats or sheep. So they also die down. There are very few which will grow up to become now trees. Even cyclones or tornadoes will not be able to damage them permanently. They may uproot them, but they will again grow up from the roots. They will grow once again, they will get resurrected from the roots. So therefore, as a farmer, your duty is to plant the seeds. Don't bother, don't look back. Some are dying down in the soil itself, some are not even germinating. Some are dying, being eaten by the cattle. Don't bother. Because your spiritual growth doesn't come from those plants you have planted. Your spiritual growth will come by serving your Guru, by executing the work given by your Guru to you. That is the trick here. Just imagine what happened for you at the time when you received Shaktipat Diksha. Your mind was focused on your Guru and you were chanting the mantra given by your Guru. At that point of time, Shaktipat has occurred for you. Kundalini energy has been awakened in your body. Now relive that moment forever. Live through that moment forever. By focusing your mind always on the Guru and keep serving him. Because when you are in such a state of mind, the burning down of your karma will happen at an optimum level. If you deviate from the thought process, the burning down of your karma will slow down. And if you stop serving the Guru, stop doing your sadhana, the Shakti will become dormant. And why would any human being want to do that? I think I'm speaking to only human beings. I'm not speaking to some aliens. I'm not addressing any other race or creed. I'm only addressing the human race. So it makes a logical sense. It is logical enough, even from the earthly logic also. Why wouldn't anyone want to pursue the divine? Why do you want to pursue materialistic things in life? Yes, I will address this question for you, both from point of non-dualism and from the point of dualism also. Yes, this world is very much real for you. It is very much real. You have to live through this world. You have to address the day-to-day problems, definitely. But also remember, all these things are not going to come with you. And this is not the first time that you have taken birth as a human being. You must have lived during the ancient times. Maybe, Jacques Christie must have lived in the Rome as a Roman noble. He must have enjoyed the time. And his life was over within no time. Roman Empire has survived for hundreds of years. But your existence was over at that time. Next life you must have, instead of being born in the city of Rome, you must have been born in one of the Italian tribes in the jungles. And then maybe 500 years later, you must have taken birth on the same French and Switzerland border on which you are there right now. maybe in one of the tribal societies which lived at the time. Maybe 1,000 years later, you must have been born, maybe sometime during the time of Galileo. Your life was flashing in minutes from the larger perspective. So is the lifetime of any human being. It is a very, very small, fleeting thing. Before you realize what is happening, your life is already over. You already grow up old. So while it is important that you got to pursue the materialistic things for your earning your bread, for your day-to-day life, but don't get too much attached to these things. And what is that thing one needs to focus? Focus on the divine, by which you are free from all this buggery of taking birth again and again and again. Soon the life will be over. In no time the life will be over. We may be thinking, no, I've got 15, 20 years to live. Just look back what happened for you about 15, 20 years ago. How the time would have flashed by. And same thing will happen in the days to come also. So truthfully the only purpose for a human being, when he has taken birth as a human, is to free himself from the karma so that he doesn't have to be born as a human being now. Arey Baba, there are so many beings in this cosmos. You may not be aware. You may be thinking that you have been born on the earth and you are the only truth. Well, that is true that you are the only truth, but then there are so many other beings living in different planes of existence. There are so many invisible planes of existence. There are beings who are thriving in different frequency bands. As a human being, the frequency band in which we exist is very, very narrow and limited. You all know that. Unless the sound is emanated at a certain frequency level, we can't even hear the sound. We can't even see with our eyes. Only in a very narrow band of electromagnetic spectrum, a human being can perceive the world around him. Whereas there are so many other beings who are existing in different planes of existence. Go there, enjoy. Why do you want to take up the human life again and again and again? Such a restricted life. If the light is emanating, the light which is being emanated is beyond a certain frequency, you can't see. You are blinded. If the sound is beyond a certain frequency, you can't hear anything. So why do you want to live in such a narrow band? What the great sweet candy is that you are experiencing here. So what makes sense is to get out of this cycle of human birth and death. Get out from the cycle of birth and death. And that is only possible by bending down the karma. It's not possible in any other way out. If that be the case, what is the problem for human beings for not pursuing yoga? That is the basic thing to be addressed. And in any case, I have already explained, Shakti is conscious, Shakti is all-knowing, instantly it knows what the disciple is seeking. If the intentions are not proper, if the thinking itself has a flaw in it, yes, Kriyas will not manifest. Shakti will not manifest the Kriyas for you. On the other day, someone sent me a message. He was asking me, Guruji, you keep giving Diksha to so many people. Out of, let's say, 100, what is the percentage of the sadhaks who will experience Kriyas. He wanted to know for his information. Then I told him, first of all, the very fact that you are asking this question, that itself proves that your self-surrender to Guru is as a flaw in it. It is none of your business whether the Kriyas are manifesting or not manifesting. Your business is to seeking the divine blessings upon you. You are seeking initiation into a system, yoga system. Thereafter, it is none of your business what happens after that. The problem with people is they think that yoga practice is like, doing some physical exercise. That you go to a gymnasium, you pick up some weight and do some physical exercises, and you build up your muscles and all that. People are thinking that yoga's path is also like that. That's the fundamental flaw in this. Yoga doesn't start for a person unless the Shakti is awakened. Even in practices like Hatha Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga, it is only the initial stages that they undertake a lot of physical measures. They have to practice various asana, that is postures. They may have to undertake practicing a lot of breathing exercises, that is pranayama. All these are only preparatory steps for preparing the body. But at some stage, Shakti has to be awakened. The yoga begins from that point. Without the Shakti being awakened, a person may perform beautiful postures, yoga asanas. He may get a good, healthy body. But no moksha for him, because the karma is intact. So therefore, for the spiritual growth of any person, it is the karma which has to be eliminated. And for that purpose, the blessing is required through the medium of a guru. It's not the guru who is giving the blessing. He is actually seeking the divine blessing for himself. He is seeking it from God only. For example, if someone is a Christian, he actually is seeking the blessing from Jesus only. Similarly, if someone is practicing Islam, he is seeking that blessing from Prophet only. Same is the case with the other religions. Guru is only just a medium there. He just happened to be a medium. Just like you meet with an accident, you pray to God, God save me. And there appears God. He will not appear physically in front of you. He will arrange for an ambulance to be rushed to you. He will arrange for your accident, the body which has suffered the injuries. He will arrange for it to be rushed through a nearest hospital. He will arrange for a surgeon, and he will arrange for your treatment. So all that is being manifested for you is God only there. Same is the case with the spiritual path also. So this is the fundamental thing for why people miss this opportunity, and they realize that Kriyas are not manifesting for them and they lose heart. All this because of this only. Because of this egoistic attitude. Actually, they are being vindicated. They are being proven that there was no enough sincerity in their heart in the beginning when they approached a group. Just example I gave you, that example of a married couple on the other day in one of my videos. Then husband and wife, they both are taking the oath or the vows that they are not going to leave each other in front of the altar of the God when they go to the church or a temple. And 1 year later, they end up with a divorce. And what does it prove? They were only faking their oath there. They were never serious. They may say that, no, we were very sincere and all that. But they are only simply faking their surrender to the God divine. And since God knows instantly that 1 year down the line their marriage is doomed, why would God going to bless them with any special power now? He will simply allow the destiny to play out. So that's it. I hope I'm able to convey the concept to you, to some extent. Whether it is from the point of non-dualism or whether it is from the point of dualism, it is the same thing. Let's say from the point of non-dualism, let's say, whether there is no God, for example, a person is trying to sincerely wish for himself that he should succeed. He won't be able to, because the karma will not allow him to sustain his thought process. Just like I gave you that example of someone, long ago, my Guruji gave me a hint about a stock. It's a penny stock. And I bought the stock in a large quantity, long ago. I knew that Guruji is giving me a hint now. And then for quite some time, the stock didn't rise. And some years later, suddenly the stock price increased by 3 times. And I just happened to see it on my account. And in my exuberance, I sold it off. And I was happy with the profits I made. And then I didn't bother about tracking the stock price also after that. And suddenly after a few months, I noticed that the stock price went up 10x, 10 times. So you see, so even if someone gives you a supernatural power, if I have to, let's say, tell some sadhak, buy so and so stock, it will going to multiply many times. What will happen is, he will buy the stock all right, since this Guru has told him. Instead of going up initially, straight in a linear fashion, which you know that it won't happen. Nothing goes up in a linear fashion like that, right? It will keep fluctuating. It may go up ultimately, but initially it may fluctuate a bit. The moment initially if it goes down, now that guy will panic. The emotion will set in and he will sell off that stock. And the moment he sells it, he will now shoot up. That means he was not destined to make the profit there. In spite of receiving the supernatural tip from his Guru, he will not be able to make use of it. Because his destiny is now preventing him. His emotions are now preventing him from making taking the full profit. He panicked the moment the price went down and he sold up the entire stock. Or if it goes up, let's say, the moment it has gone up, he got in his over-exuberance, he sold it off. And after he sells it off, it went further, far higher, the stock price. Because here the karma is dictating his destiny to unfold now. It is preventing him from making profit or taking the full advantage of the tip given by his Guru. So this is the crucial thing to understand. This is from I'm talking from the non-dualism point of view. Or from the dualism point of view, if you see, if you don't trust the Guru, you've taken Shaktipat initiation from the Guru, and then you have vanished after that. That means what? It proves that your surrender to the Guru was not sincere in the first point. That's it. And God also will keep smiling at you. He knows that you are going to vanish as it is. Same is the case with a married couple also. There is no point they going and seeking the divine blessings. When it is destiny knows that 2 years down the line the marriage is doomed. The marriage is not going to survive. God will only say, Okay, I give you 2 years. Enjoy whatever you want. That's it. No more than 2 years. Because your karma will allow only for 2 years. Only 2 years of marital life, blissful marital life. You get only exactly what you are destined to get as per your accumulated karma there. So this is the reason why Kriyas do not manifest for the sadhaks. And there is no point in worrying about that for the gurus also. Don't get emotional on that. And sadhaks also, they don't have need to get emotional. Sadhaks need to do what they are supposed to do. That is, to exercise self-surrender to the Guru and serve the Guru. It's as simple as that. Rest is none of their business. I could convey the concept to you today. Anything any one of you want to ask me, you can ask. Otherwise, we will end it. Yeah, Jacqueline, anything? Okay. Who else is there on the line? Only I could see Muktaji and Rajniji and Jatin. Anyone else on the line?
Jatin Chopra is there. I don't see.
Say louder, I'm not able to hear.
Some Jatin Chopra is there. I don't know who is he.
Okay, who is your Guru, Jatinji? Jatin is, I think, not present on audio, I think. Okay, then that's all from my side. Let's call meeting. Call it off. Muktaji?
Challenge push.
Could you record it today?
Yes, I have. I'll share it.
Yeah, if you could record it, then you can share the video to us. On my Google Gmail Drive also. You should, best is upload it on your Google Drive, and then share the link so that we can download.
I think I'll share it on chat because my Google Drive is very full, so I may not have space. But
Okay.
I'll share it on WhatsApp.
Then how will you be able to share it?
On
File must have been large.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp will you be able to share it?
I will try.
Yeah, try whichever way you can share it. You try.
Sure.
Find some way.
Sure.
Okay then. God bless you all.
Yes.
God bless you, Supriyaji. God bless you.